So I wanted to do a quick video talking about Graham Platner and the whole situation that he's going through right now. If you don't know who Graham Platner is, he's a Senate candidate. He's running in Maine against Susan Collins, who is like supposed to be a moderate Republican, and she probably has like moderate uh, feelings or a moderate disposition, but she like right now she's just going along with Trump. Same as a right wing conservative Republican, which me personally I don't even like the term moderate because like what does that even mean? Like I get it in theory. Like a moderate is somebody who doesn't have very strong left leaning opinions or very strong right leaning opinions, I guess. But like, I feel like what does that leave you to do? Like, what does that leave you to fight for? Like, if you're a moderate, what are moderate views? Like, what's a moderate view? I feel like a moderate view is just a conservative view. Like to me, if you're moderate, that means you don't really want big changes because if big changes would be either left or right, so you don't really want big changes, which means you want things to kind of stay the same. So that means you're conservative. That's just me. I don't really believe in moderates. I believe my theory about moderates is that like what I would consider a moderate is like you have this opinion that's on the left, and then you have this opinion that's on the right. You're not like in the middle ground. You're just I have some left opinions and I have some right opinions, and that to me that would be a moderate. But how the term gets used is it doesn't get used like that. It gets used like I'm in the middle on policies. Like to me, that's just it's to me that's fake. I don't know. I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. I don't know. But anyway, that's a tangent. Um, so so basically he's had some stuff on Reddit. He posted some stuff on Reddit, and the stuff was he was shit posting. I mean, let's be honest, he was shit posting. As somebody who has shit posted, I mean, I haven't said anything like what he said really, but I've shit posted before. Most of my shit posting is usually targeted at somebody else who's shit posting. Like I'm like a reactionary shit poster. Like you say some horrible shit, you say some racist shit, you say some awful shit, then I shit post on you like you like you fuck who you think you are. Like you're not some perfect person. That's usually how I shit post. I usually shit post on I don't know if YouTube has like a curse limit. This is a lot of cursing. But I usually shit post as a reaction to somebody else. I usually don't just go out and say awful stuff. But I think anybody who's have who's been online, who's been on social media, has probably said some stuff on social media or posted some stuff on social media that they wouldn't like people to see. Or they might have said something to a friend or something that if somebody heard that conversation, they would be embarrassed. And I can say most guys have said some stuff that if people heard it, like they would be like, "Oh, that's fucking terrible." So he said a couple of different things. The two biggest things that I heard was one he asked, "Why don't black people tip?" And you know what I'm saying, blah 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 blah, or they don't tip a lot, which to me, in my family, we always make sure that we tip an adequate amount. But I do know that black people feel strongly that you should earn your tip. If you're going to get a tip, like if you want a good tip, you better put in good tip work. Like we're not the ones to just give out a 20% tip just because that's what you're supposed to do. That's not black people. Black people in general, if you want a good tip, you better put in good tip work. It's like it is what it is. Like we would rarely not give you anything unless you're just nasty. But if you're a bad waiter or waitress, I have definitely like $2-3 because you didn't come to refill my drink, you didn't come to check on me, I had to find you. You really don't deserve a tip. Now I get that how our culture is, tipping is part of our culture, and waitresses and waiters don't get paid adequately for their job. That's not on the customer though. Like if you're working a job that relies on tips for your wages, then you need to be working for the tip. Like that might sound rude, but it's the truth. Like that's just that's just the how black people think. Like if we're going to give you a tip, you're going to work for it because a lot of black people are poor, like or lower middle class, or you know what I'm saying. Like we don't have a ton of money, so we're not about to just give out money that's meant for people who did a good job at something when you didn't do a good job. That's not going to happen. Like I'm sorry, I'm sorry. You gonna have to work for that. But him saying that, a lot of people saying like, "Oh, he's racist because he asked that question or he said that." Apparently, the topic was what's something you want to ask another race. It's very hard to ask that question without sounding racist. Like, if I was to say what I would want to ask, you know what? I will throw one out there that might get me pre-counseled before I become anything. Why is it anti-Semitic to say that Jews have a lot of power? I don't see why that's anti-Semitic because that's a compliment to me. That's like saying black people are good at sports. That's a stereotype. But you say black people are good at sports, like I'm not gonna get mad at you. I'm not gonna be like, this horrible black people aren't good at sport. I don't even know what the counter argument is. I get that sometimes people use that argument like, oh, Jews have a lot of power. They use that argument as a attack, like then we should, strike against the Jews or whatever. But if I don't think everybody who says that is coming from that point of view. And to clean it up a little bit, I don't necessarily think that Jews have a lot of power. I think Jews have money. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I haven't looked into the stats, but I'm pretty sure that as a race of people, they probably are doing really good in America. And I think money is power. I don't think it's something tied to their race or anything. But at the same time, I don't feel like that is like an anti-Semitic thing just to say like Jews have a lot of power in America. That's true. That's that's true. That's like saying white people have a lot of power in America. That's not racist. Like that's just the truth. That's the truth of the matter. They have a lot of power. Okay. So anyway, like I said, let me come down from my pre-counseled self. So anyway, I don't think him asking that question is racist, especially because I saw him do an interview, and you got to think about it. This dude was fighting in the military, like, and I'm talking about like fighting in the military, like killing and seeing people get killed. Like if I was out killing and seeing people get killed on a regular basis, you know what kind of stuff I would be saying. Like just because, like, could you imagine how dark that has to make your worldview? How dark that has to make your mind when you see people die? You've seen your friends die. You know what I'm saying? Do you realize how much that will warp you, especially when you're fighting in like Iraq and Afghanistan and wars that have basically been failures. And so you've seen people die, risk their lives. You've gotten shot at. You've killed people. You might kill innocent people, you know what I'm saying, by accident or whatever. And to feel like all of that's nothing, you know what kind of person that would make you? I salute any military person that can go through that and come back and be any type of normal. Like, I don't think I could go through that and be normal. I don't know if I have it in me. Like, I really don't. You know what I'm saying? So I salute anybody who can do that. But what really makes me like, okay, I don't think this guy's racist, is because one of his other Reddit posts that is getting a lot of heat was that he said like all rural white people are racist. It's very hard for me to say anybody who says all rural white people are racist is a racist unless they're saying, yeah, we're like me and my boys, we're all racist, motherfucker. Like we're all racist. You know what I'm saying? It's outside of that context. It's very hard for me to sit there and say like you say something like that you're racist. So like I said, I don't think he's racist. Like I think I don't think he's the other one he said was about sexual assault. I think he said something like, if you don't want to get sexually assaulted, don't get blackout drunk, blah 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 blah. That's, I don't even really say it's horrible to say. It's insensitive. It's insensitive to say. I like, it's a dumb guy argument. Like, it's a dumb guy argument, but it's not like him saying like sexual assault isn't real, or you know what I'm saying, something like that. It's not like that. It's a dumb guy argument. Hey, if you don't want to get sexually assaulted, don't get blackout drunk. It's stupid. It's dumb, and he's apologized for that shit. I don't want us, and even though I live in South Carolina, so it's not like it really matters my opinion on him or not. And I don't think there's many black people in Maine. But in general, I just want to say that we cannot allow ourselves to get tripped up on stuff like this. Like, if we look at it and we say, like, actually say like this motherfucker is actually racist, like he has a long history of racism or something like that, then we can say, okay, no. But as black people, or as any minority in general, like, we can't lose the forest for the trees. Like, there's something that we want, and not just as black people, but as people who, like I said earlier, are poor or lower middle class. You know what I'm saying? There is something that we want, and if we allow the corporate Democrats, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why people stop saying that. That's such a good word. They really stop saying that. But if we allow like corporate Democrats to stop us from getting what we want, because they can just throw out some fucking virtue signaling, fucking identity politics shit, and just say like what Hillary Clinton did with Bernie Sanders, like, you know what I'm saying? If they can just do some, oh, I got black friends type shit, and that makes black people like, oh, I like this person more. We're gonna always be in this situation. We like, I think Graham Platner is a fucking great candidate. I think he's an amazing candidate. I want to clone him. I like Graham Platner more than Mondami, and this is why I like Graham Platner more than Mondami. Because Mondami, even though he's great, he's a great guy, he's amazing. He is what you would think a freaking liberal Democrat would be. Like, if you went to some random white dude and you like, give me a liberal, a super liberal socialist Democrat in your head right now, they might say a white woman, but they probably give you something like a Mondani, foreign born, Muslim, lives in New York, like, really smile. You know what I'm saying? Graham Platner is a tough ass, I don't want to say country because he's in Maine, so he's not really country, but a tough ass white guy. And we need more tough ass white guys. I mean, we need more tough ass guys in general, but we need more tough ass white guys to talk to these tough ass white guys and say, hey, like, the Democratic Party isn't a party of fucking pussies. Like, we're not a fucking party of this is going to sound terrible. This is going to sound terrible. So, whatever, beat me up. But we're not a party of pussies. We're not a party of just lesbians. We're not a party of just gay guys. We're not a party of just, soft ass, Charmin ass shit. You know what I'm saying? We are also fucking tough, bruh. And like, the Democrats need that. I think that would help them get more men back if they can just be like, bruh, like, nah, fuck. What's the guy? The something ginger? I forget what his name is, but I see his stuff on Facebook, and sometimes he's cool too. Like, can we get this dude to run for something? Like the Democratic Party should always have diversity at its core. It should always be a party for minorities. It should always be a party that that represents everybody. But we cannot let ourselves be a small subsection of virtue signaling, You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we need to be fucking tough. Like, we need to be strong. We need to fucking we need to fight them like they fight us. Like, we don't need to be the turn the other cheek people. You know what I'm saying? Like no, no, no. That's the old Democratic Party. You fucking dealing with a new Democratic Party now. We're fighters. Like, we are fighters. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I like people like Graham. Like he is a tough ass guy. You know what I'm saying? He's a tough ass guy, but he says all the right shit. Like, how many tough ass socialist motherfuckers do you know? Like let's be honest. Like, most socialists are kind of soft, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with being soft. Hell, I'm kind of soft myself. Like, there is nothing wrong with being kind of soft. But I'm just saying, we need a fuck. You know what I'm saying? We need to get some, I don't even know the expression, get some something in our spine. We need that. And we need more Grand Platners, you know what I'm saying? We also need more Mondanis. You know what I'm saying? We need more of these type of great socialist candidates. You know what I'm saying? Like not because I'm a socialist. I don't even know if there's a term for what I am. I have very weird views. Like, some of my views, you were probably like, "Oh hell yeah, I'm with that." Some of my views, you be like, "Whoa, bro." Like, you sound kind of like a conservative. You know what I'm saying? But if there's any type of group that I align with more, it's the so in this moment. In this moment, I align with the socialists more, because in this moment, I feel like we need some of that. And I think that is the thing about me. The thing about me is, I'm always about, like, what do we need now? Like, I've always thought that it's good that we have the Democratic Party, which is more about, well, which should have been more about spreading the wealth, lifting up the lower class, you know what I'm saying? And then you can have the Republican Party that's about helping the rich, build new businesses and stride forward and bring in money. And you know what I'm saying? And you could have that back and forth to where everybody comes up, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I am so against the MAGA Republican Party, and I'm so against how far we have shifted to wealth inequality, and how far we have shifted to a country of the rich. And I don't think people are talking about it enough. Everybody's so focused on Donald Trump and what he's doing and deportation stuff, which I know, if you're in that community, or you know people in that community, that's probably the biggest thing that's going on with you right now. And I don't want to be insensitive to that. But what I worry about is how the top, I forget the number, like 10% make up 50% of all sales in America, where the rich are starting to have their own separate economy that can completely ignore anybody below them. And when I mean completely ignore, I mean, like, we could all lose our jobs. We could have 20% unemployment and the rich will still be fine. And since they're still fine and they control everything, they're not going to help. We could be on the streets and and they won't care. Like, we're inching to, like, a collapse. Like we're inching into a collapse, not for the country though, for the majority of the people on the bottom. And we're slowly going to that. And there's not enough people talking about it in that way. They're like, there's people who kind of hint at it, but there's not enough people talking about, like, we're staring at the edge of a cliff. Like, we're like, wealth inequality has always been bad, but it's about to become a nightmare. And to tie all of this video together, because it's going way longer than I want it to be, we need more Grand Platners. Like, I'm okay with what he said. You know what I'm saying? Like, if me and him would talk about it, I'll probably laugh, and then I will explain to him how I explain to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And we can't. Nobody's fucking perfect. There's nobody perfect in this world. And I feel like, because the Democratic Party is a party of minorities and special groups and stuff like that, it's like a minefield, because anything you could say could upset somebody. You know what I'm saying? When you have a party like the Republican Party, where everybody is mostly, the same rate. I mean, in the most part, and the people who aren't that race want to be that race. Like let's be honest, we could talk about that another time, but let's be honest, they want to be accepted. They want to be accepted as Americans, which means I'm not. We can talk about that in another video maybe. But I'm okay with what Graham said. I'm not a Mainer, a Mainier. I don't even know what you say. But if you are in Maine and you're watching this, give them a vote. Like, this is stupid. We need a change. And we definitely don't need to elect some 77, 78, 79 year old to the Senate. That's a 6-year term. Like, no. I can see if she was 50. I can even see if she was 50 years old, I can see you being like, look, the stuff Graham said, I just can't support him no more. You know what I'm saying? I should have done my good work as a content creator and looked up this woman's name, but was it Janet Mills, I think. Janet Mills sounds like the right name. But if she was younger, I could even see you saying like this stuff that came out with Graham. He's I don't know who he is. He could be a crazy person. He could be paid off by the billionaires just to say shit and blah blah blah. I can understand you going with that vote, but this chick, I was about to call her name. This chick is 70-something years old. With all these people dying in Congress, it would be idiotic to vote for her. I'm sorry, it would be. Like, don't vote. If that's your vote, don't vote. Just sit it out. Let Susan Collins win again and whatever. Don't vote for her. Don't do it. But anyway, thank you. Thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe, all that good jazz. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you guys. Peace.